I'm sick and tired of coming across clickbait shorts, like that you can create a sonic boom using only paper, or that you can explode a boiled egg just by cutting into it, or even that there's a hidden code underneath ramen noodles. And so, given that I'm a skeptic, I figured I'd test out 20 different insane clickbait shorts I came across to see if they actually work. And each of them gets crazier and crazier, and I can't believe that I'm even testing some of these, but believe me, there are a lot of surprises, so let's get into it. Here we have extreme paper poppers. So we're gonna pop paper. So this is the configuration you do. So it looks like create a cylinder, glue it together. All right, then we're gonna take that side, clamp it. Okay, and we're gonna put that in the other direction, and then, does that make sense? Can you create a paper bomb with that sound effect? Probably not. I think it was an edited sound. I mean, I believe in the logic, right? Because it's like, where's the sound gonna escape from? It's completely glued, but there's no way it makes that loud of a noise. All right, only one way to find out.
So this is a nice and simple one, but apparently you can make a really loud popping sound, like an explosion almost, with just a piece of paper and a glue stick. And all it takes is a couple of folds to get the ultimate shape to achieve it. So we're gonna start by making like a little cylinder. I'm going to put some glue around here. And on one side, we're gonna press it down like this, nice and tight. And on the other side, this is where the magic happens. We're gonna do it this way, create this 90-degree angle. Now apparently, when I smash down on this, it's going to make a huge popping noise. So let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Pretty loud. I'm trying it once more, so I did a slightly different configuration this time, but let me try the same thing again. 3, 2, 1. That was so loud. Wait, that was insane. Okay, so attempt number 2 actually did yield like an explosion sound. That was probably like 100 decibels right there. That actually shocked me. I wasn't expecting it because of that first attempt, but the second attempt definitely worked. So that short is absolutely not clickbait. You can make a little paper bomb if you'd like.
All right, brother, what do we have for me here? So we have anti-gravity beads, and he's loading them up into a glass. And then what? What's the claim here? I saw a cut. I don't believe it. I saw a cut. I don't believe it. I'm sorry, sir, but I think you're lying to me and clickbaiting me. I just don't get it. How does that work? There's no gravity. I guess they are anti-gravity beads, but how do you even create that? Does bro just have antimatter on his hand? Isn't that stuff like $1 trillion for an ounce? All right, let's go ahead and purchase these and we'll give them a try.
So I bought the anti-gravity beads that are actually just normal beads, and it's about 40 feet worth of beads, and apparently it's going to be anti-gravity just from like pulling it out and having it fall. So you're gonna see that whole effect that we saw in that video. Hopefully. We don't know because it could potentially be clickbait, but let's find out right now. I hope this works. This will be fun. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's getting some height. Look at that. It kind of worked. Take 2. I'm gonna try to go even higher. Oh, look at that. It actually did the thing. So that is not clickbait. It is just pure physics at play. So that short was absolutely true. And that was a cool one. Very fun. And it's just normal beads as well.
So I've exploded a lot of eggs at this point, and in this case, we have cutting into a microwaved hard-boiled egg. Now I've microwaved a hard-boiled egg in shell and it explodes, but I guess if you microwave a hard-boiled egg out of the shell, this happens. No way, no way. Look, I am a popping egg connoisseur. I know everything there is about popping eggs. I feel like I would have come across that at some point. This is the first time I'm seeing this. I don't know if it's clickbait though. I mean, I kind of believe her, right? It looked pretty legit. All right, let's go ahead and explode an egg, I guess. Kind of looks dangerous too. Need some distance when you do that.
So I actually previously blew up a hard-boiled egg inside of a microwave, but it had the shell on. And in this instance, we actually have the shell off. So it's just a normal hard-boiled egg unpeeled. And apparently if you put it in the microwave for about 20 to 30 seconds and then take it out and then slice it, a massive explosion happens as a result of all the pressure that builds up on the inside. At least that's what the claim is. So let's go ahead and try this out. I have the katana here as well. I'm gonna take some precaution with some safety glasses too, and we'll get going and hopefully this works. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this in for 30 seconds. All right, here we go. I'm excited. I hope it doesn't explode inside the microwave. It said around 30 seconds or so. And let's do this. Here we go. That was the weakest explosion I've ever seen. It technically did, but it was incredibly weak. All right, let's try it again, this time for 45 seconds. But now we know it's possible. This thing could definitely burst. Just gotta give it some time. So we did Oh no, that's exactly what I wanted to avoid. No! Okay, take 3, trying it again. This time I'm putting a little glass container over the egg so then it doesn't explode. Apparently that's a good help. Okay, should be good. Now we're gonna try this. Please break, please break. It It actually works. Yes, we finally got it. So it is not clickbait. The egg will in fact explode if you put it in the microwave for the right amount of time and then cut into it. So be careful. Do not microwave your hard-boiled eggs because either it's gonna explode in your microwave or it's gonna explode as soon as you cut into it. Little PSA right there.
This is a squishy monkey, and I think it's about to be yeeted off the roof. So almost certainly gonna break, right? Rest in peace to that monkey. That's like 20 stories. All right, so he's completely fine, really. And he just pancakes like that? I mean, I could see him surviving. I just don't think he's fully indestructible. I feel like there's a way to break this, right? I don't think this exact demonstration is clickbait. Like, I believe that this happened, but I don't believe it's fully indestructible. So let's go ahead and test the limits of this thing.
So I bought the stretch monkey that we saw, who's apparently indestructible. I mean, he could take any sort of beating and he'll always snap right back into place. But I don't believe that. I feel like there's a way that we can actually break him, so I want to see whether or not this product lives up to the claims that it makes. So there's like some simple pulling. I mean, you're just not gonna break it. Throw him, monkey on monkey crime. I mean, he's good, he survives all that. Throw him on the ground, and he's fine. Okay, a little bit of trauma right there, but he heals and he's good again. Let's try this. All right, wait a second. We're starting to hurt him because he does have a little bruise, but then it heals and he's back to normal. So he heals. He does take damage, he just can't break. All right, the first test I'm going to do is the tungsten cube. And this thing is like meant to destroy literally anything. So I'm just gonna put the weight of it on him. Let's see how he can handle this pressure to start. This thing is like the densest 40-pound material in the entire world. All right, definitely flattened him a little bit, but he is good. Tungsten cube drop, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I mean, his face is deformed. Oh, the tungsten cube did it. The tungsten cube actually broke him. Let me do it again. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, rest in peace. So it looks like all it takes to break this guy is a tungsten cube from about a 6-foot drop, which should be fair. I mean, they probably didn't expect that people would have a tungsten cube on hand in order to break him, but he is actually not indestructible. I didn't even get to the katana, but I'm also sure that this could probably easily break him. Well, he's already broke. But you could probably pierce through him. Yeah, all right, well, unfortunately for them, their short is clickbait because all you need is a katana and a tungsten cube and you can destroy him. He's still fun to play with though, but he is just not as indestructible as they claim.
Next, we have super cool water. So let's see what this short has to say.
Just regular water. And today,
all right, right off the bat, like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I've actually heard of super cool water. I just don't know exactly what it does. If it's like a dry ice sort of thing or what. So it looks like you put water in the freezer for a bit, and then when it's super cold, you pour it over ice, and then I guess that happens. Okay, that's consistent. That's 2 videos that showed it. And then let's see if this guy's able to also hammer it down so we can get that cool effect. Yep, there we go. I mean, I have no reason to believe this is clickbait. This guy actually tried it himself, but we're gonna go ahead and see if this is true or not. At the very least, it would be fun to do. I mean, I've always wanted to make some sort of like super cool water, do a little frozen water science experiment. So let's try it, see if it's clickbait. So let's see whether or not it's true you could super cool water as that short showed. So I have 3 bottles of distilled water right here, and I'm going to super cool them, which is like basically sub -1 degree Fahrenheit in the freezer. Right now it's at -6. In about 2.5 hours, this water is gonna have the ability to instantly freeze when I just hit it down, and I could also pour it over ice and it creates like this instant ice sculpture. So I'm excited to try this. I have 3 water bottles in case I messed it up. Let's see what happens. So we'll tune back in after I place these down. And you have to be very careful with these because they can't move around at all, otherwise they'll freeze instantly. Okay, so we'll check back in about 2.5 hours. Okay, I'm gonna check on the water because it's been about 2.5 hours. So let's see if it's truly super cooled, and then if it is, we'll pour it over the ice and we can make a cool little thing. Don't want it to move, it's very delicate. Okay, I think that Fiji bottle might be super cooled. Doesn't look frozen right now. Let's get some ice now. Okay, so here's our ice. Starting with the Fiji. Let's see if it's super cooled. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh, it actually works. It is actually working. Look at this. This is super cooled water on ice. Wow, it's like a slushie. All right, so that is really cool. That one does work. And you can probably do some other cool things as well. So if I hit it on the bottom, the entire thing is gonna freeze. Or not, maybe I just keep making ice. Oh, now it's frozen. See, the entire thing turned to ice now. So that one absolutely works, definitely a cool one. I mean, look at that. That's yummy. All right, what do we have here? Gummy bear versus waffle maker. Oh, here's the clickbait music. Okay, so it just completely decimates the gummy bears and makes this cool hair. All right, I mean, I'm down to try that. Sounds fun, right? Let's get a waffle press and some gummy bears and make some gummy hair, hopefully. Otherwise, clickbait.
So we're gonna see if that short was true, if you can actually make gummy bear hair by putting it into a waffle maker. So I have some Haribo gummy bears right here. I'm just gonna put a bunch of them in here and then cook them up as if I'm making a waffle or a pancake. Feels like it's gonna start a fire or something, but let's put this down. So there we have it. I'm going to wait about 2 minutes or so, and we're gonna see if we created gummy bear hair just like that short showed us. Okay, it's starting to smoke now, so I'm gonna turn this off. And let's take a look. Oh, that's disgusting. So that is some rainbow nonsense, but I do see some of the hair. It's probably super hot. Let me try to get even more strands, but we're definitely gonna have to wait like at least 2 minutes for this gummy to just like cool down. It's literally boiling. Like we have some fallen soldiers here boiling in the waffle maker. So we're gonna let this kind of chill out a little bit, and then I'll show you if we create any hair.
A few moments later.
Oh, that is disgusting, but there's that hair right there. Oh my gosh. This is what's hanging off the side. Look at that. It's already hardened a bit. And let's try to take some of these hairs without breaking them. Okay, we do have the hair of gummy bears in my hand right here. So I guess it did kind of work, but now there's only one more thing left to do. Tastes like a gummy bear. It's actually really good. All right, so this wasn't clickbait. I mean, it wasn't really a far stretch to believe something like this, but it is absolutely disgusting, the aftermath, and also all the color went away now that I'm looking at it. It's literally like venom, but pretty cool one overall. I don't recommend trying because you're probably gonna burn your house down, but you do know that it does work if you do want to put your gummy bears in a waffle press for any reason.
Okay, so this claims that you can create desert slime, and I see he's about to pour glue onto sand, so I wonder if that's that simple and we can create slime. Okay, bro's literally in the middle of the desert too. Where did you get this access? Okay, makes sense to me so far. So it's basically Elmer's glue, something else, and then some sand. All right, no way. No way. All right, I'm calling cap there. I think this is a bit too much. If it had been like slightly less slimy, I would believe it, but that almost looks like a totally different thing. So let's combine glue and sand and see if we can create the slime like he did.
So is it true that sand mixed with Elmer's glue actually forms slime like we just saw in that video? So I have some Elmer's glue right here, and then I have a bag of sand. You'll see I dumped maybe like 5 pounds worth of sand, and I'm gonna mix in a bunch of glue. Glue is actually the main ingredient in slime, so I can kind of see this working. If it does, that would be sick because you can make slime at home, or I guess at the beach, because where else do you get sand? Let's start mixing in a little bit. I don't want to reveal until we get all 3 in. I hope I don't look like a fool here and it doesn't make slime. I'm actually very excited. Come on, please work, please work. Moment of truth. Let's mix it all together. Come on, please, come on. Something. Wait a second, wait a second. Okay, well, it doesn't look like slime. It's just gluey sand. At least it smells kind of good. But this is not the arts and crafts project that I thought it was going to be based on that short. So unfortunately, that short was clickbait. They probably just swapped it out with actual slime. But glue and sand, as you see, does not create slime. And I just wasted a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of money buying sand and glue for absolutely nothing. So don't do this. It doesn't work. Huge letdown. But it tastes good.
All right, what do we have here?
Every time you receive income, you divide it into 6 categories.
You know what? I remember when I was young, I had no idea how to manage money and it all felt so boring to me. I mean, that's what I love about Cash App teen accounts. The Cash App card is a customized card that you can personalize to match your personality. So here's mine, for example. I got some Y's and T's on there for YouTube because I'm a YouTuber, and I don't think anybody else has this design, so I like it. But I mean, when the card matches your vibe, it just makes you want to actually open the app and manage your money. There's something just way more personalized about it. And getting your first card is a big moment. And so getting one you can design to help you learn how to manage your money is definitely exciting. But it's not just cute and customized, it also has custom weekly cashback offers at select spots and even access to exclusive concert pre-sales. I also like how there's 24/7 fraud monitoring, and if your card is ever lost or stolen, there's an instant in-app card lock. There's no hidden fees or no minimum balance requirements to get started today. And if you're a teen, download Cash App and get a parent or guardian to sponsor your account. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code CASH10 at signup and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. And again, if you're 13 or 17 years old, you'll need to request a sponsored account from a parent or guardian when you sign up in order to earn your $10 bonus. Terms apply. The link's in the description, but thanks again to Cash App for sponsoring this video, and let's watch more shorts. Okay, I already know it's clickbait because what am I looking at? This is not a real person. Shout out Poppy Playtime in the background. But it looks like this fake person has boba. What am I watching? Okay, this fake person is eating the boba. That might have been the dumbest video I've ever watched. I'm sorry to this creator, if it's even a real person, but I will try what you claim though, which is that you could basically make a boba blaster from taking the boba balls and then just put them into a boba straw and then just spitting them out. So let's see if this works.
So I have some boba right here, then I have the boba straw here, and we're gonna see if we can do boba blasting like that short showed us. So I'm gonna start by just getting a couple of these in my mouth, but I'm gonna pierce this the boba way. There we go. Then I'm gonna scoop up some of the boba into my mouth. Here we go. Wait, this thing is crazy. Direct hit on the lens, sorry guys. That absolutely works, and not only does it work, that's the coolest thing I've ever done. So I definitely recommend trying that. We'll clean off the lens for the next segment, but very cool, not clickbait, awesome.
Here we have a 5-minute crafts video, so you know it's about to be clickbait, but let's give it a fair shot. So some tin foil into a garlic peeler, and then nails come out, all right? Oh wait, double confirmation here, somebody else trying it. And of course, nails apparently come out. I don't know why, I just don't believe this. I know this guy like double confirmed. He's like, yes, this is true. But look at that. That looks just to be like normal nails. So let's see if tinfoil can create it. That would be cool, honestly, but I have a feeling it's clickbait.
So is it true if you take aluminum foil and put it through a garlic presser, it's going to create aluminum spikes? Well, we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna roll this into a ball and then press it through as hard as I can and see what happens. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're looking for it to emerge through here. Nothing, it's not looking good. It feels like it should work, but when you do press it, this is what happens. It just turns into a really dense piece of aluminum with nothing else to it. And now it's stuck. Trying it again with a super thin piece of aluminum. I wanna get something here. Oh, look at that. Wow, it's actually beautiful. Let me try to touch this though. This is actually crazy spikes. Look at that, look at the diameter. Ah! It actually feels good. It's kind of like a little massage. All right, I mean, if you take a thin enough piece of aluminum foil, it does create these little cool bubbles kind of coming out of it. And if you take it away, it goes away, push in, there we go. Kind of cool. So this obviously doesn't work as they showed, but it does work in a different way. You can at least get like a little bit of jump out. And I wouldn't call them really spikes, but some like low level starter spikes, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna say that that one was of course clickbait, but you can still do some cool things with the aluminum.
What is this? Is that Shrek's hand? It just looks AI. Like, I just don't think this product is real. Maybe it is, I don't know. I'm sure somebody makes it, but not like that. That just looks like a fake video, right? Like that, right there. Little AI text happening here as well. I mean, a lot of people seem to be interested in this, so I hope it works. I hope this is a real product. If I get my hands on it, then you're probably seeing this right now, and it does exist, so let's see if it actually works on my neck then.
So I bought this creepy looking ogre hand massage device that you're supposed to use on your neck. It was actually quite expensive as well, but I'm excited. Here's the thumbs on this thing. I mean, it is not pretty, but if it does a good job massaging, that's all I care about. All right, put it on. I guess it's go time. Oh, that is really working the neck nicely.
What are you doing with the camera?
Just checking out those ogre hands.
Oh, well this one definitely works. This is so enjoyable. These hands are massaging. It's like Shrek is on your neck and I love every second of it. 5 stars. What are we doing? Clickbait, not clickbait? This is not clickbait. This is very good. I like this guy a lot. He's here to stay.
All right, what do we have here? Vitamin C does what? I guess we're gonna find out. So we have Coke.
Make the Coca-Cola go clear.
Vitamin C.
Color, so let's try it out. We're just gonna close it, shake it up. Oh my God, look at that!
Whoa, so we can create clear Coke by just pouring vitamin C in it? How does that work? Does vitamin C just offset the Coca-Cola syrup so then that brown color becomes clear? That feels a little too good to be true. I feel like there's some hidden magic happening there. I can't exactly pinpoint what it is, but let's go ahead and try it and see if this works.
You guys saw the video. Apparently you could turn Coca-Cola clear by putting in vitamin C pure ascorbic acid into it. So these are some tablets, so I'm gonna drop some in, shake it up, and we're gonna see if this black turns transparent. This would be a cool one. I don't know if you can actually drink it after. I'm assuming you can, it's just vitamin C. Let's go ahead and try. Okay, fizzing up. There's the vitamin C in it. Put a couple in for now and then shake it up. So far, it's just basically acting like a Mentos, but I don't actually see a color change happening. But we stumbled on something else, just like constant flow. The carbonation, look at that. It's actually still acting up. How long will this go on for? It's kind of fun. It's been doing this now for 3 minutes. All right, guys, so this one clearly does not turn it clear or anything like that. All it does is just basically release all the carbonation. So it's probably just super flat soda now. But I did see another video that showed that there's something else that can actually turn it clear. So let's try that instead. Still tastes exactly like Coke. So the backup option here is iodine. If you put iodine in Coca-Cola, apparently it actually makes it transparent, unlike that Clickbait short. Let me actually show you how to turn Coca-Cola clear. We got our iodine. We're just gonna spray it directly in. A little shake here. Let's see if the properties of this Coca-Cola change. Nothing. Okay, so I got clickbaited twice. So I actually offline saw another version of this with iodine and they swore it worked, but I have iodine and Coca-Cola here and nothing happened. It just turned more orangey, kind of like the color of iodine. Surprise, surprise. So as we were cleaning up the iodine using bleach, it turns out that the iodine goes away pretty instantly to bleach. So I actually think what's happening is that they're clickbaiting you by putting iodine in the Coke can and then dropping bleach in it to show that it could turn transparent. So I actually want to test this. We actually might figure out how they're clickbaiting in real time. Will it actually turn clear? Oh, there we go. Let me give it a little spin here. Oh, looky there. Wow. So it turns out to be true that bleach and iodine, which wasn't the original clickbait thing we were testing, but does actually turn it transparent. So that's a cool one. So bleach does work. I know it's a deviation from where we started, but they were clickbaiting us by using iodine instead of Coca-Cola. So we actually went super meta with this one. Still clickbait, but the way that they did it does actually work. I don't know why they just didn't say this in the first place. It's kind of equally cool that iodine can turn transparent with bleach.
All right, the first thing I notice here is this is a short, but look how wide this short is. Like this is just on the native short scroll. I want to just show you guys this. Let me know if you've ever seen this aspect ratio before, but this is blowing my mind. But what may blow my mind a bit more is what we're about to watch, which is look at the fork and battery in power. So I don't know what is about to happen, but I hope it's crazy. So we have 4 forks, 3 Duracell batteries, and a coin in the middle. Okay, then he puts the final battery on, then what happens? All right. A levitation of the quarter. So apparently it adds some sort of kinetic energy just from the battery and like the magnetic field around it. I don't hate this. Like it's not gonna work, confirmed. It's definitely gonna be clickbait. But what if it isn't? That would be crazy. So let's try it.
Okay guys, I'm excited to try this out because if this were to work, this would be the coolest one I've ever seen. So I have 4 spoons lined up with 4 batteries stood up, and then I have my quarter right here. And apparently the quarter is going to move and even levitate in some cases if I were to put it down because of all the energy that's surrounding it. Seems too good to be true, I know, but it may actually work, and that's what's exciting about these things. So let me just place this down right here, and we wait. Oh my, no way. Look at that, that is crazy. What? I can't believe it's working. No way that just worked. All right, you guys just got fooled with some movie magic because that was completely in reverse. So that wasn't true. This thing doesn't work whatsoever. If I were to actually do it and show you, nothing. So complete clickbait. Do not try that unless you want to be let down. I don't know why I thought that would work. I thought there was maybe like a 5% chance, but 0% chance. Not in this universe. All right, let's see what's next.
Okay, so it looks like it's the diamond play button suitcase, which I actually have 2 of right there. So we could definitely try this one. All right, so the claim is that there's a real diamond inside of the diamond play button suitcase. I mean, I'm just curious if there's a real diamond in the diamond play button, or is that just like a fake diamond? I don't know. I've never actually looked into it before, so let's see if this is real or not.
So right here, I have my diamond play button. And if you don't know what a diamond play button is, once you reach 10 million subscribers on your YouTube channel, they send you one of these. And I don't think I've ever showed you guys before, so I want to show you what it actually looks like. And apparently, according to that short, it's just going to be a straight diamond. Maybe I'm just misremembering what's in here, but let's go ahead and check it out. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, all right, well, it's not a straight diamond, but let's actually take a look at this. So inside of here is the diamond play button. On the back, it says, Sambucha, congratulations on passing 10 million subscribers. You have little things so you can kind of keep it clean. And then right here in the middle might be a real diamond. That's why it's called the diamond play button, because of this part right here. And so, well, obviously you don't just get a diamond like we saw in that short, but I did want to test to see whether or not the diamond inside of the 10 million subscriber play button is real. And so I have a diamond tester right here. I don't know how this really works, but I'm just gonna turn it on diamond. And I'm guessing when I put it up to the diamond, it's gonna tell us if it's a diamond. So we're gonna wanna see this as close to 8 as possible. All right, I'm getting, oh, wait a second. 3, 4, 5, wait. Wait, I think it's actually a diamond. Wait, what? It's an actual diamond in the diamond play button? Just do it again. So right now I'm not on the diamond, so you're seeing it at 1. And when I go up to the diamond and put it right there on the ground, it goes up all the way to 8, which proves that it's a real diamond. It's like 100% real. Wait, that's actually crazy. I thought this segment was not gonna go that way. It turns out this is actually a real diamond in the middle, which makes this quite expensive. So not actually clickbait, surprisingly. All things considered, you do have a massive diamond in your play button.
Here we have an extra large watermelon slicer cutter. All right. Is this guy the world's strongest man? How are you supposed to cut through a watermelon and all these different melons like that? Look at that. And then you just serve it nice. I mean, I know the apple cutters exist. Those are hard enough to kind of break the apple. But you think you're able to do this on a watermelon? Like, I believe the product exists. I just don't believe it works. Watermelons are notoriously difficult to just break. All right, let me stretch and get ready for this. And let's see if we can cut through a watermelon with this thing.
So it turns out this is actually a real product, and I was able to buy this on Amazon, and it is just a mega version of the apple slicer. But this is meant for watermelon, so I'm not even skeptical about it going around the watermelon and like working. I'm skeptical if a human has enough force to go through a watermelon just to top it to get those slices. So we have a watermelon right here. So let's try it. All right, here goes nothing. I moved to the floor just because the table can't support this amount of pressure down on it. The floor hopefully can, but let's try and do this. All right, I think I'm gonna get it. You need Superman to do this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Come on, go through. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh no, we did it. We did it. We sliced a watermelon like an apple. Now it takes a lot of strength to do it, but this is proof you could do it, and that is definitely not a clickbait product, as evidenced by this slice right here. Where else are you gonna get this? You can only achieve this with that slicer. All right, very cool. So not clickbait.
Okay, we were making a clear soda can, I guess? Oh, when you hear this sound, you know it's about to be clickbait. All right, so you dip it in some solution, and then I guess it just decays the aluminum on the outside, and then you're left with a clear can. That's kind of cool if that's true. I'll look up the set of ingredients to make that possible, but I hope that's not clickbait, because that looks like a cool one. So let's go ahead and try it.
So let's see whether or not that short was true. So I have this Coca-Cola can right here, and what I'm going to do is sand it down as it said, and then I'm going to submerge it into this root kill right here, and apparently after 15 or 20 minutes of submerging it in there, the aluminum's going to dissolve, and it's just going to be left with a plastic film. That's what that short claimed. We're gonna see if it's true or not. So let me start by sanding this down to just the aluminum, and then we're gonna see if it works or not. So as you can see, the aluminum is starting to reveal with the paint gone. So this is just pure aluminum can. So a little bit more, and then we're just gonna drop it into the solution and see what happens. Okay, now that we have some warm water, we're going to put these pellets in. I would not try this at home because apparently it's very toxic. Put some salt in, and this will activate it now. Cool chemical reactions will happen. All right, we're starting to get that blue color, so I think we're basically almost there now. Okay, now it's time to open up the Coke, and then we're basically just gonna dangle it inside of here, and hopefully it dissolves. Wow, this is really cool. So it is in fact working. I mean, as you can see, the aluminum film is basically all but gone now. So we're just left with that last layer of plastic. So this root killer is certainly doing its job and completely obliterating this can. Wow, this thing is destroying the can. So far, so good. It is not clickbait. We are almost at the plastic film. Okay guys, well, it's been about 45 minutes, so I think it's been long enough, so we should check on this thing and see if it actually is the plastic film like we saw in the video. Let's shake some of this off. Oh, wow, wait, it actually basically did. I mean, there's a little bit of aluminum left over, but it was so thin that this thing actually created a hole in it. So it dissolved, and you can see it right there. The corrosion was taking place. So in a way, this thing did work. We didn't get to see it at the plastic film stage, but I think it's pretty clear, pretty evident that it came close enough, and in some areas actually penetrated through. So I guess the moral of this story is do not dip your aluminum cans in this solution because it will dissolve right through. Pretty cool.
Okay, I see some ramen noodles here, so this most likely is gonna be clickbait. So we put a marker on the ramen noodles, press it, and then we unlock some hidden Chinese code. All right, so I guess that there's like encrypted within all ramen noodles some ancient Chinese code or something. I don't even know why we're trying this, but it's clickbait, so let's go ahead and see if it works.
I can't believe I'm trying this one, but we're gonna see if we can uncover some ancient Chinese text by drawing on the ramen noodles, pressing them onto this piece of paper, and seeing what happens. So let's open this up. Honestly, I would be impressed if any sort of transfer happened, let alone what we saw in that video. They didn't specify which flavor to get, so I just got chicken. And now I'm going to just take these two halves and just Go all over it with this Expo marker, which actually we do know has some sort of effect on things. Throwback to the video in which we used a spoon and actually had cool art come from an Expo marker. So maybe there is something to this. Maybe there's like a deep code hidden within here, the strands of the noodle. Starting to look good. And done. Oh, I love that smell. Moment of truth. We're gonna press down and we're gonna wait like maybe 10 seconds and see what it reveals. Okay, pressed in there nicely. All right, you guys ready? Let's see what revealed. 3, 2, 1. Are you kidding me? Nothing transferred, a couple of dots. I mean, let's look a little closer. Maybe there's national treasure, like Declaration of Independence, some coordinates to get there through here. Oh, you know what? Wait, what is that saying? I guess, yeah, okay. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, sub. Oh my gosh, wait. It actually worked. There is text underneath it. Wait, that's insane. I can't believe I was a hater. I didn't think it was going to work and it worked perfectly. It's the perfect message and it applies to everybody who's watching this video. You like that, huh? Realistically though, guys. Wait a second. Again? Oh, you have to do it. That's twice now. So that one absolutely works. Really cool. Nice little hack right there. So shout out to that guy. It is not clickbait.
What happens if you freeze a bubble?
You put a bubble inside a refrigerator for 2
All right, show me.
hours. One guy decided to try it. First, he carefully made a small bubble in his hand. Trying
Okay.
to pop it. Then he gently placed it inside the freezer.
So we make a
section of the
bubble,
refrigerator and
put it in the freezer,
overnight. At first, nothing
leave it
seemed
there for a
unusual,
bit,
but when he finally
and then
came
what?
back and opened the refrigerator, something shocking had happened.
And what is it?
But first, if this little now back to the video.
No way. So it creates this like crystal ball?
Across its surface, making it look like a tiny frozen crystal ball.
That is such cap. I'll tell you why it's cap, because a bubble is so thin, it's not able to like take a solidified form without the pressure bursting it. Science class right there. I think that's true at least, but it remains to be seen. I'm gonna go in a skeptic, but maybe I'll come out a believer. So let's go ahead and test it.
So we're gonna see whether or not you can actually freeze a bubble. Bubbles are super thin, so I doubt this will work, but I have a little bubble maker right here, and let's try to get a nice big bubble that we can put into the freezer. Oh, nice, look at that, that's sudsy. Oh, is this thing smoking? Why does it smell like smoke? Give that a smell, guys. Is this even a real bubble? Okay guys, so we got a bubble in there. So that bubble we're gonna try to freeze up and we're gonna see what happens in about 30 minutes and see if it ends up like that one ball that we saw in the video. All right guys, it's been about 45 minutes, so I'm excited to see if our bubble is completely frozen now like the video. Let's be very careful here. Well, it turns out you can't freeze a bubble. It'll just pop while it's in there. Complete clickbait, that one does not work. I should have known better. I've never seen a bubble freeze.
Here is a mobile phone hand generator. Now I know that these things do work. I've seen one of these before. I think actually in a previous video I used this. But I'm gonna find a better one because I actually want to test it and push it to its limits a bit. Let me see if I could like fully charge my phone using it and how long it would take.
I went ahead and purchased the hand crank phone charger, which is also doubling as a flashlight as well. So it's a really good survival tool. So if you're ever out there and you need some quick light, and we're gonna see if I could charge using this crank. So right now I am on 33%, and let's get cranking. All right, we're charging right now. All right, let's see how long it takes to get to 34%. I'm going really hard, and it's been about 60 seconds and nothing has happened. Okay, so I actually just accessed enough power to turn on the flashlight. If you're out in the forest, you can use this and identify where you are. Oh no, a bear. Where'd it go? All right, I think the coast is clear.
Oh, you're on 34%.
Oh, let's
Still
go.
charging your phone while you're not cranking.
Oh, wow, okay. So I put so much juice in there that it actually has some leftover juice to actually charge my phone. So the device does work, and it for sure can definitely double as a flashlight as well, as you just saw it, because it protected me from that bear. And then I also got up a full percent. So if you're on like low battery mode, 10%, you can probably get enough SOS calls out there to survive. It's honestly worth having on hand, and it is not clickbait. It does work. This device is pretty nifty.
All right, guys, so that was a lot of fun, so let me know what you think. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.